Sai Dham, one of the biggest food bank here in Canada, here in Ontario. ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਸ਼ਾਲ ਖੰਨਾ ਜੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਵਿਸ਼ਾਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਿ 2025 ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ, 2026 ਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਸੀਨ ਦੈਟ ਲਾਈਨਅਪਸ ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡ ਦਾ ਫੂਡ ਬੈਂਕ। ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਿਛਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਕੂਲ ਬੋਰਡਸ are also getting food from the food banks. What is the scenario? International students comes here. What is the cause? What is the scenario? What are the reasons that so many people they are dependent on the food banks?
Nitinji, to close to 2025, 30th December, we had organized a family-to-family market. And the closing 2025 was very painful. We had nearly 6,000 people food on the heavily snow. We had to request Toronto Police to come and help us to serve that. Way too much. School boards, Catholic and public school boards, started the initiative in September, and as of now, there are 630 kids. The program initiative is called "Not Coming to School Hungry."
Okay.
We're not saying that because most of the time when the child comes from school hungry, he's not even prepared to study. His focus is food.
How many school boards are dependent on the food bank?
So we have sent an email out to 380 schools across region of Peel.
Okay.
That includes Catholic and public both. As of now, 36 schools have been there. It's a slow progress because as you know, they're getting awareness and more schools are adding up. It started from 250 kids and now 630 kids per week. 1,260 hampers are being going out every Friday that child doesn't come to school hungry, and it is growing. We've just been talking to principals and parents, and they are, as they're getting to know, more and more families are being adding up, and we are anticipating that by 2026, this number could almost touch 2,000 plus per week. Children only. Plus seniors, which is happening in 26 cities. Homeless has grown to 5,500 every weekend, which is the numbers are growing in 7 cities. New organizations are coming forward that they need help with food reduce to be feeding people. There are new churches coming up, new people coming up, new food banks coming. That is so much going on that we never anticipated. And after government declared that the grocery will be expensive, $1,000 more, people are already getting more fear. Now people are not even ready to spend a penny to go by. They prefer to knock a door at a food bank. Every single day, we're getting people coming as far as you can't imagine. We had people on the market from London, Port Perry, Hamilton, Niagara, Oshawa. They came here to pick up food.
Just now I saw that international students, they were also getting food from this food bank.
Yeah, that is open anyways. Any student who is not having a job, he can come and pick it up food. We are not saying no to nobody. We have every day so much walk-in now, which we did not have that much in 24, 25. It is growing like unfortunately.
Is hunger become a very serious concern and issue here in Canada now?
Nathan, you deal with so much. You have been very open in the community, and you know this part. It is becoming more scary. It is becoming more scary. Now we had to hire agencies and another trucking company, Transway, to help us to bring more groceries from far off. 200 kilometers we are going to pick up food because the demand is so huge. And we don't see anything going down. And there's no such support for Sai Dham to come up.
Since you are deeply associated with this drives, this initiative, what you see that, what is the main cause that hunger has become an issue, a concern?
I think we were not prepared at all. I anticipate and see that the government, we were not prepared at all. Welcoming people, more refugees to happen, more students to happen, more immigrants to happen, which is wonderful. We have so much land we can accommodate, but I think the plan was not there. And now, moreover, we don't have jobs. The new initiative where the AI is taking over more and more jobs, people are getting out. I have a child, for last 3 years, he was holding 150 people as a project manager. For 3 years, he's sitting at home. We just happened to have somebody, Alex is standing, from Russia. He came on 30th December to the market to pick up food. After a week, he said he waited 2.5 hours. Then he came today. Last Saturday, when he came, I happened to speak to Alex. I said, Alex, what happened? He says, I can't tell you. I just want to tell you one thing, that he's learned. He knows logistics. He very well knows the IT side of making websites and all, and Java and everything. There's no job for him.
Okay.
And he's going into anxiety.
What our government should do at all levels, municipal, provincial or federal, so that they can help the food banks, they can address this issue which is related to the unemployment, and unemployment is leading to the crime also. is leading to the hunger, is leading to many other concerns. What, as per you, what advice you want to give to our all the level of governments?
I think one more fearful thing, and another you would be knowing, that the fastest restaurants are closing down. That means
Yes.
more unemployment is going to be coming up. Do we have solutions to give people some basic job? Can we have some kind of a part? We have people filled up in jails, we are paying cost to them. We are supporting other countries outside Canada, paying them the money to support, whereas we are struggling. Can we have some system of approach where basic jobs could be done? Basic food can be met? If not, can we have a dormitory for people to sleep who are already outside? Like some system of approach where people doesn't have to knock a door of a food bank. And moreover, in our wellness and mental health program which we are running, so much of need is increasing because of anxiety and depression. I would just humbly put it out to you. Every councillor, our mayors, provincial parliament, federal, whatever the people are in your territory, let us have a plan, something for them, some kind of a work for them. At least the basic. Yes, your Ontario Works is there, ODSPs are there, but is that sufficient? Are we doing on the right path? We need to work out something which will change our country. We need to work on that.
So, Vishalji, many times we have seen that you don't wear anything in your foot, you are barefooted. Either it's a cold, it's a summertime, it's a springtime, so you hardly wear anything. How's that? What is the inner strength which motivates you to do this? And what is the reason?
Nitinji, the only part is it's your will. You need to be strong enough to come out. Life is not easy for nobody today. We should be able to bear the pain and understand of our homeless families, people who are struggling outside. And my journey is a little different. My journey is just not this. I do have a spiritual journey on the other side. I do spend my time on my sadhanas and all to go by and help children to go. And if I don't work on myself, I can't help others. If I want to tell you something that your will needs to be stronger, you just to have passion, first I need to practice before preaching people.
Okay.
If I don't practice, it can't preach.
So this comes from an inner strength that motivates.
It is His grace. It's just Him. We are just a mechanical instrument in His hand. I was sharing just some time back, is that inside us machinery we don't know. Who created, He knows better.
Okay.
And beautiful thing is that light we have inside us. We just need to focus on that inner light. This will be taken.
What is your target for 2026?
Nobody should go to bed hungry, and no child should come to school hungry. Without your help and support, it is not possible. Every single penny you can help us donate, we can make a difference to have a meal on somebody's table.
And we wish you all the best. Keep doing the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last year it was more about awareness of what Sai Dham was doing. People didn't even know that we existed. At least community partners, community leaders, they all came forward to help us out and created that awareness. Oh, there is something happening in the community we don't know. And now this year it is that coming up with more support and more awareness to really making that showcasing what Sai Dham has been doing in the last 13 years and how numbers have changed in 2025 and what's anticipated in 2026. The report with this explaining it to you, to saying, are children's coming to school hungry, which is very scary. Our seniors living at home don't know how to get to the groceries, which is already expensive, we're getting more expenses for them. And fear, if something happens, what to do on. Homeless numbers are doubling it at every station. Food banks and churches coming out to pick up food, and organizations who are struggling, who are dealing with, women's, pregnant women, victim services and all, they are feeling that pain too. They are coming forward and saying, can we get something? So that numbers are changing drastically and increasing. So we are really looking forward from the community, please, 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 whatever you can do to help us. We really need that help. We, all of us together, need to raise $2 million. It's not going to happen without it. So wonderful thing is, first, your regular food drives can help us. Your regular recurring monthly donations can help us. Being more volunteers coming forward can help us. Delivering food to seniors and children in schools can help us. There's tremendous ways you can do to help us out. But definitely, if you can have a little, as little as $5 also a month also help, please do come forward. If you can all just run our bites on your messages wherever and whenever you're sharing this, what are we doing? What's happened to Sai Dham in 2025? What are we anticipating? And regularly, just a message bite, just a reminder to people that there's another organization who really is looking for that. That will be a big blessing to Sai Dham from all the media partners.
Thank you so much for being here. I am Neha Behel. I'm your MC for the event. And it's a great pleasure for me to warm welcome everybody here, our media partners, our distinguished guests, and thank you for joining us today. It's my privilege to welcome you on behalf of Sai Dham Food Bank, an organization that has been quietly but consistently working at the grassroots level to ensure no one is left behind. Sai Dham Food Bank is a pioneer in delivering culturally and medically appropriate groceries, especially to seniors across Canada. We support children's breakfast programs in 44 schools across the region, ensuring young minds start their day all nourished and ready to learn. To begin today's program, it's my honor to invite Mr. Vishal Khanna to share a few words.
It's not here to take credits of what we are doing today. And neither we are here to make sure that we talk about saying, oh, this is what we have done, achieved. It's unfortunate this is happening in our country. It's painful. Our children, when they walk down to school with the hope to eat something, and we're expecting our country to be better tomorrow. Our golden age seniors, when they served our country, they did not know that they would be struggling for pound and pennies to live their life every day. Our families who have gone unfortunately in unseen circumstances become homeless. They never thought of it. That we'll be standing in lines in cold to get a hot meal. Our fellow organizations, never thought of that they will be opening the door of churches and food banks and source to help communities with their needs. In 2025 alone, over 6 million pounds for families who did not know what will happen when the new year comes up. That was the 30th December. Nearly 6,000 people were fed on that one day it was snowing. I really want to thank the Toronto police who really extended their support that day. I want to really thank you. Otherwise, it would have been a great mess out that very day. Thank you. I really want to thank Paul is here from Second Harvest. Unconditionally, he opened up and said, Vishal, let me know how much to do, and I trust you on behalf of SACM, you can take it up. We had 4 containers standing out to make sure nobody goes to bed. I have cat team here from other organizations helping us with their volunteers to serve. It says loud enough of what's happening. Yes, we have to come out in public, showcase what has been done in 2025, because without the help and support, especially thanks to all the media partners who are here, along with the advisory to make sure that we are able to make a difference in our community. Not take credits of what we have done, but be able to keep serving what will make a difference. It's easy to encash and showcase the reports, you all have it. That's done yesterday. The hunger is today, now, and it's going to go forward. Just says one thing. The light is common in all of us. We just need to make sure we hold hands and brighten up the future of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
I would love to invite, following this, the advisory board member to share their perspectives.
Basic foundational principle, the SAIDHAM was created almost reaching out to close to 1.5 decades ago. To Vishalji and Shubhra's sister, that Vasudev Kutumbakam. This whole world is one family. And they have lived that principle from day one, that any person is in pain, that's my pain. That's SAIDHAM's pain. And how we can alleviate that pain is keeps Vishalji and everybody moving day in, day out. Irrespective of ethnicity, we all know that food is the basic essence of life, right? So if anyone is hungry within the family, it pinches you. The hotline which they created for 24/7, 7 days a week, if anyone calls at midnight that they need food, Vishalji makes sure and the team makes sure they get the food. It's a community taking care of the community. Like in the same family, we take care of our own family members. It's the same premise, same foundational principle that Vishalji and the whole SAIDHAM team is working on. Every breath he takes, or every action he makes, or every sacrifice he offers to the service of SAIDHAM. That every serving other is like a worshipping God. So that's the basic foundational principle of SAIDHAM which has been working, and the needs are growing. As you rightly heard from Vishalji and Neha about the stats, whether serving 4,000 seniors, homeless people, children breakfast, and all that. 6 million ton of food has been distributed last year. 6 million ton, right? So that food, yes, it's not 100% we have to buy that food because we get a lot of food donations, right? But to serve 27 municipalities, you need infrastructure. There is a fleet of vehicles, over 8-10 fleet of vehicles who are running day in, day out to deliver those meals. Then there are people, even though we have over 50 volunteers, but there are staff. There is a warehouse rent. There are other logistical costs. So whatever our infrastructure cost to meet up that need, we need to raise money. And the media has a huge role to play. One is money that we need, and the second resources we need. Second, we need volunteers, right? We need partners. We need other supporters. So media has a huge role to play, and we want to thank you for taking your time out to come today and listen to SAIDHAM, what they have been doing and what the plans are. We are all part of the same family, and we want you to be the advocate, to be the ambassador of SAIDHAM, so that message get amplified, and we want to make this family bigger and bigger and bigger, so that people who are in need, they can be taken care of. If we look at it, the stats, the Ontario right now is getting so many visits from for the food security. 8.4 million visits happened last year alone in various food banks. And over the last Ontario Hunger Report says over 1 million people in 24-25, I'm talking about, and I think in the current year, the number has almost maybe doubled. Over 1 million people relied on food bank, right? Because their means are not enough. So I think we have a collective responsibility. I always say that compassion is not just a gesture, it's a collective responsibility. We should show that responsibility.
That goes to every senior's doorsteps. We deliver to their houses. When people say, what are your costs? Well, we got trucks, we got drivers, we got to deliver this. Most of this food is donated, but the reality is we have to deliver. And if we don't, we get calls saying, please, we're hungry. To get that much donations, we cycle trailers and of food that comes in and out. I mean, many food banks have come to me and said, how do you guys get this much food? The whole story of some of these places is to make sure this doesn't go to the dump. And when we have extra, everybody else gets it. It's an open door policy. We've started our children's breakfast. What do you think the children's breakfast for? Just come see. This is what's delivered to their houses. We're not kidding around in the sense that Most people think of a food bank that's open 2 days a week, for 3-4 hours, come get a small bag, and then go home. This is a 24-hour operation. We deliver to their houses. Something nobody has ever done and can do in the way we've been doing it. And that's why we need the help. And we're not an organization with 50 guys who, are billionaires. We've grown from the grassroots. Frankly, till about 2-3 years ago, until we started, nobody even knew we existed. But we were delivering 7 million, recycling 7 million. Imagine 7 million. Second harvest, no, because you guys are so much bigger. But to do that in a way that we're doing it and saving so much and getting to seniors at their doorstep, it's a mega, mega, mega adventure. So again, the intent of this was not only request you to come to the gala. You've seen what we do. Come walk around. Come hold this. You'll understand what it takes. So we do need your help getting the word out to invite people to come to us, educate themselves, and just give a little bit if they can.
So yes, we get decent amount of food, which can all be there with different sponsors. But how do you go about paying for the logistics? We need finances. We need help. So last year we decided that we would start with a small gala. And the funny joke here was that we said, if we get 250, 300 people, it would be a great gala. Can anyone guess how many people we had at our first gala? 850 people. So thank you very much. This year, we believe that we can get more than 12, maybe 1,500 people at our gala. So I'm proudly announcing our gala for 2026. There you go, Miss Sagar Convention Center. Please come join, support us. We have all different packages. Now, you've got all kinds of sponsorship information that's, again, available to you right in front of you. Please ask everybody that is in your contact list, in your diaries. Please call them up and ask them, sponsor, help, help, help. Every penny counts, every cent counts. And again, we have sponsors that have helped us last year that are going to help us again. ICICI Bank, we've got J. Das and Company, Citibank, Dufferin Gate, Gelda Foods, thank you Arjun, and your family, and the Shah Foundation, to name a few. I can keep going on the list. And I'd love this list to grow. Ideally, there should be no list, but the list has to grow for all of us, to be able to service the people that we want to service.
Just before New Year's, me and my girlfriend, unfortunately, have been unemployed for around 5 months. Coming initially from a logistics background, and it's been hard on everybody in the past year. And just like many, I've lost my job as well. And every single food bank was closed right before New Year's. And I've never witnessed the kindness this man has offered to me, my family, and everybody else. There was about 500 people out here sitting for 2.5 hours to 3 hours. And they gave us enough food for over a week for everybody, and it carried us on through all the closing days and all the holidays. And
not just from our media partners, if the community, the guests have any questions, we'd love to answer.
How do they contact? Is it a free phone number? What's the process?
There's a 24-hour phone number. 24-hour phone number is there. You just give us a call, give us time, 2 to 4 hours, depending on your emergency, and food will be delivered to you. And if you are able to come and pick it up, please come.
Not a question, but before starting Sai Dham Food Bank, which year you started and what you were doing before that? Because this doesn't come all of a sudden unless until you have some instinct inside. And what was that which motivated you to start this journey? And when you started this journey, we interacted many times and we always saw you barefoot. And it's summertime, it's winter time, you are always like that. So what was the journey when you started initially? What you were doing before that and how it started? What was the idea in you that you wanted to serve the humanity?
I think every single soul would like to help. Every single soul would like to, whatever best way they can. For Sai Dham, it was me and my sister Shubhra Mukherjee both about to have a brunch, and we did an article. And Mr. Sagar News saying 195,000 people are living in poverty in Peel in 2012. And that shook us that we are in Canada and we're talking about poverty. We read the whole article and then we went across to see food banks because we did not care food banks in India. And that is where we saw people, our seniors, disabled, pregnant women, everybody standing in queue. And that hit us very hard that because we have been taught that we as children have to make sure that if our seniors need to go, just to get a glass of water, go to washroom, need to go outside, we need to hold their hands, walk with them, to take them there. Or suppose we're going to, even if we're going for an event, the first thing was to make sure our seniors are very comfortably taken. They are not left. And this was very heartbreaking for me and my sister, and we said no. From now, no senior will come to the food bank. We will go to their homes and make sure culturally, medically appropriate groceries are being delivered. That is what it gave us this. And by 2014, we had one of the school approached us and said in Malton that can you help us cook food, breakfast for us. We had to cook porridge there. When they went to cook porridge, I saw that can you please pack it for us? I'm happy to do it. And as we were packaging, they gave me some apples and carrots and cookies and cheese. And I looked at the apples and I told the principal and I said, ma'am, these apples doesn't seem to be right to give it to the kids. These are like sweet and sour apples and it's too small. She said, this is what we get in donation. I said, please, is it a possibility? Can you give us an opportunity to serve and we can deliver it? That is how the children's breakfast started in 2014. By 2019, just where prior to COVID was hitting it, our homeless student program started. And then slowly gradually by 2021, we had the senior wellness and mental health started. And by 2014 onward, we have started supporting food banks from our small basement in Malton. We still have old things where we started all that. We used to get support and we were able to share with all other food banks also. We had been one of the largest donors to a lot of food banks in Peel in those period of time. And coming back to barefoot, Nitinji, is that on the other side of the life, what is lacking is that your willingness. Today, people have more fear than faith. They're getting away to understand that the moment you let fear go, the faith enters your life and you're able to understand your inner light, what you have. If all of us as human beings just understand inner light, the faith and belief, only then you can help and support people. But if you let your fear overpower you, you're letting your anxieties, your depressions, your situation, those situations are not going to go. It's a part of prarabdha. They will be there. We have given an opportunity as a human being to change our karmas now to make a better tomorrow. And we are not looking, we are looking at situations. We're not looking how to improvise what we're doing today. If we can just think of improvising, and I always say this part, even if you get near this outside, generally, if you can just make sure on a day-to-day life, you can do one good thing. Maybe a 1 penny to give to somebody, give your hand to lift somebody. You don't have to give in monetary. Sometimes you just give your hand. Lift the person up. Don't push anybody down. Give ways and path for others to breathe. At least if not, least you can do, give a smile and somebody say, good morning, how are you? Good enough. You might change somebody's life. There's very small things and gestures on day to day we can make a difference. We all can do it. Or somebody standing at a red light, we can just give them a smile, say good morning. We may not have $1 to pay him, but that smile could say good morning. Hope everything goes well with you today. All the best. That's all. Does that help? Yes.
You mentioned that school boards are also dependent on the food banks.
Yeah.
And that is quite shocking to us, being Canadians, being in this part of the world. For last so many years, you are supporting the school boards. Did you do some calculation? We have all the big names here, like how much budget do we need from the government so that school boards at least they should not be dependent on the food banks. Provincial, because education comes from the provincial, how much? Because if we can give 25 billion to support other countries, we can give, at least we can support our school boards. And we can do advocacy on that, being a part of media, being all their big in their lines. How much budget we need per year for the governments, so that school boards should not be dependent on the food banks, at least.
In a better value, it is $2.20 per child. The expense comes out to be. Now it depends two factors here. One, are you just going to give them fresh produce and things to take it home? Going to give them cooked meal? There's two different aspects to that. If you want to feed a child in school, cooked meals to be delivered to every child is $2.20 to be there. If you want a hamper to be delivered to a family, it's nearly $20. But you're talking about 5 days there. So that is nearly $4 a day comes out to be. There are beautiful ways to work that out. And we have every resource in the country. It just needs little support of operational expense to turn it around. We did propose to our minister, when he happened to be here, and I did keep touch with him, that we are really happy to work around. You want us to cook meals and serve it to our children? Happy. We have wonderful support families, honestly. I have a wonderful friend sitting right ahead than you, just a call away. Paul, I need help, not a problem. We can work it out. But we can do wonders. Government is willing to spend $2.20. Please, we can change it. There are municipalities, there are provincial support which is up to $5 a child per program, per meal. There is there. We are trying to copy about Japan. What is Japan doing it? What is France doing it? We're comparing ourselves there, but we don't even have started the program till last year. Minimum $2.20, we can change it around. Sai Dham can change it.
And it's a very good point, Nitin. Actually, and maybe through the media, we can raise this to the policymaker level, because we live in a country of abundance. And in that country of abundance, if a child has to study empty stomach, it's very sad part, right? And I think we need to stir up a bigger discussion on that front. And
I think if Sai Dham start that initiative, asking the governments, all the media will support that, and we will take it further, advocacy, asking the ministers.
Absolutely.
Which is minimum $2 per child is very less.
We are Nitinji, actually working on a presentation. We will be presenting it to the council. We are working on that. We would love to sit with our partners to understand a little bit more deeper. And hopefully early first quarter of 2026, we are planning to present that. To come up with solution, we've already started, and I want to really give you this part to understand why we say this. As I was taking the name, there are members of the team gone. The food which is at the back you see, which is on the table, is all done within Sai Dham. It's not from outside food, none of them. We are working on products and services right now, like we're developing our own. We did our own muffins, we did a service. No sugar, no oil, no preservatives, no dairy, no eggs. And with high protein to go by. No, flour is also only 25% into that. We created our breads, we created our flat breads with 50% protein value into that. We're coming up, smoothies are made here, banana breads are made here, the pizzas are made on a flatbread here. We are only thinking of innovations of idea to come back, and thank you for that. Nitinji, again, this is a wonderful part. We will be doing this, and we need all of your help and support. We'll share with media when we do this, because this is not the solution. Even the food bank that we are betting is not a solution. This is not going to help nobody. First, if we come back, it's a different discussion, but quickly I just say that the food we serve is not what our families will help to reduce healthcare. It won't. It is just filling your stomachs as of today. The value of nutrients to go into the body is missing. We are just filling people's stomach right now so that you don't go to, but are we making sure that our health budget comes down? Are the value of nutrition and protein, what the people need, is coming up or not? That's basically missing. That is the whole reason we are starting this initiative to bring up something different. We might have to come out as a social enterprise model to come up, because we need revenue support. Our budget is increasing. We are hiring people to come out. We will come back with that for sure.